Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. The drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Player 2, big trouble here. The stun is going to leave them defenseless. Just goes for it to stop the opponent's flow. Getting into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO. Bags the round. What did you make of it? You got that? Oh, next round started. Spikes him with 3 gloves. Player 1 will need to do a better job of utilizing their drive gauge if they want a different result than last round. Big opportunity now in this corner. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Solid anti-air. Drive impact. His super hits, and this looks like it's gonna kill. KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Who's going to steal this win? Attempts to break the stalemate, springs forward with the drive rush. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do? Big lock killing them. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Connects with the throw. Oh, snipe. Flatlines them. Oh my days, that was a real intense fight. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Daints? Player 1 with the life lead. Ooh, will they hit, whip, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Backs them into the corner. Throws them. What's next? Capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. That round was a pretty one-sided affair. Blocks the low heavy. Player 1 has the life advantage. Will we see a drive impact? Just goes for it at this range. KO. They were in full control there. Well, listen. When you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Uses the drive parry against the attack. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time. The order makes it hard to escape. What'll be their setup here? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Throws him down. Blocks the ambiguous cross-up. Got some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Blocks the low heavy. Big low reaching heavy. Very solid footing. They're backed up into the corner. Eats it up with a combo. KO. Yo, I love when two fighters just go all in on each other. Oh man, what's gonna happen next? Counters with keep it going. They continue to battle it out in the middle of the stage.
もっと気軽にそれこそしてもいいかもね。
Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. A quick breather. In there!
めっちゃいいやん。
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to find out the win?
もうマジわかんなくなったってるよ。いけるぞ。
Jumps in. Very nice free blow. Plenty of help. Breaks it.
これでね。
もう素晴らしい。もう素晴らしい。
Dangerous range here. All the throw connects.
もう素晴らしい。もう素晴らしい。
Here comes the corner pressure.
見たところが多すぎる。
Clutch, clutch, anti-air.
手のひらの上ってことですわ。
Oh, they switch sides.
うわー、あとちょっ
That corner is starting to look willing to risk it for you. There's a burnout.
と。いけるのかも。いけるよ。
A real test of nerves here. Did it take this time to bust this out? Oh, hits the critical arc. They gotta bust out the protractors, bust out the rulers, and think of a plan while this damage plays out. Down to the final hit. Who's gonna take it?
なんとにもあるわ。触るのか。
Are you kidding me?
おー、大会さながらの動きでした。
Here comes a new challenger.
Ho ho, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
いやー、楽しみです。
All right, first round. What's going to happen?
よろしくお願いします。
Very nice anti-air. They read their opponent like a book.
見せ目にもしちゃうよ。
They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Goes for the throw.
連携の隙に差し込んでいく。
Gets him. You could tell that one player was not holding back during that round, while the other couldn't get it going.
熱くぶつかりに行きたい。プールでマイペースに戦うか。楽しみです。
Parries to cancel the fire. We're just getting started here. We'll take control.
あのプレイヤーも難しい効果に効いたからね。仕掛けていこう。
Blocks the low
痛いだ。
Player 2 will look to apply pressure here.
操作はトップにあるはず。大きく動くラウンドになりそうです。
Will we see a drive that springs forward with a drive rush? Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive moves now. Shows a medium kick. Drive rush to keep. Ooh, what a smart blow!
手のひらの上ってことですわ。
Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Are we gonna see a comeback here? What are they gonna do? Shakes things up with a fireball.
いける。いけるよ。いけいけ。
Turn out, but they may have a plan. Catches out the cage right there.
いいよ。
This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. No way. That win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned.
やばい。見てて楽しいです。
Ryu.
Man, I could watch these two fight each other forever.
本当にすごいです。いい試合をありがとうございます。
Sends the gauge on the drive rush. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape.
手をこうしたい。
Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. A drive impact could end it all here. KO. What are your thoughts on what happened during that last round?
言うことなしですね。めっちゃ上手でしたよ。
Yeah, I can't wait to see how these two kick it up a notch. Attacks him with the projectile. Who will gain control of the match in the early going?
迷ったら攻めればいいと思うよ。
So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Drive rush to keep it going. Dashes forward. Grabs them.
意識してできるのが素晴らしいですよ本当に
Shuts that down with a parry. Brings forward with the drive rush. They continue to battle it out in the middle of the stage. Charging in with a drive rush. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Clinton! Dashes up. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range.
見えてる勝ちが見えてるよ
A drive impact reads the throw and escape. Are we gonna see a comeback? Closes it out.
すげえ言うことなしの内容だ
Now, find a new rival.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
対戦前からお互いの気迫でピリピリしちゃってますね
See what they try to do here in the first round.
何が起こるか楽しみです
Checks with the projectile. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach?
落ち着いてくださいねうまいですね
Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity.
なんとか切り抜けたい平気でちょ
Stop the attack by using a drive pair. Parries the projectile. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Player 2 is almost dead, but can flush drive moves and gets him.
ほら素晴らしい
Not sure how you can break the rhythm that was established last round. You might need to pin your hopes on a miracle.
確かにって言ったけどすごい人だ
Springs forward with the drive.
そう
Gotta be mindful of reach and jumping from this range. Drive rush to keep it going. Will hit speed drive it. They back the opponent into the corner. Now to apply the pressure.
すごい慎重な立ち回りでしたね
Full SA meter connects with the throw.
手のひらの上ってことですわ
いやーもうめちゃくちゃだ
Up with a super. Closing it out with a super arch finish. Nice and clean. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Throws them.
素晴らしいもう素晴らしい
Drive rush.
危なかった展開が早い相手もついてくれてないぞ
Player 1 needs to take advantage of the gauge disadvantage. They're letting it all on the drive rush. Looking for a hold. These fighters are swinging for control of the forward run. Drive rush. Back through the court. Burns out.
マロキア崩れたスイニア気をつけて
All the throw connects.
もう素晴らしいもう素晴らしい
Presses for a reaction with a fireball. Catches them out. What a finish.
すごすぎる
Player 2 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
ダメージにつなげられていないぞ
Perfect parry to stop them. Time to go on the offensive. Dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move. You're gonna eat tons of damage. Player 2 with a sliver of drive gauge left. They may be in for a tough time. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. From up above. He's just out of range for that throw.
ああ、そうね。
Throws them to negate the block. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. Burnout is triggered.
なんでだこれ。
Ooh, wants to hit it big here with the super arm. Those fighters are barely alive. There's the impact. Not letting that come from the brink like that. What a comeback. Yo, that was so close. But what a matchup to see, right? Hits them with a 1-2-3. Breaks the block with a throw. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner kick. Drive rush to keep it going. Plus out the parry. Big springs forward.
ああ、それ出ないんだけど、くそマジで。
Burnout activated.
ああ。
Shoot him. With this super. Hesitate going to the kill with the super. KO. Hard fought on both sides. What did you think? Stop the attack by using the drive. The throw is escaped. The drive carry here open things up for him. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. KO. Player 2 took that convincingly. But what's next? You're totally right.
もう勝利がマジでね。
On that and make adjustments next round. Springs forward with the drive hook. Covers them with the psycho blitz. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. They break forward to pressure the opponent. Drive rush to keep it going. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Drive gauge captured. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive is ready.
いや、これリートだったな、これ。
Spot to use the super. Gets it up. Goes for the shin short. They're willing to go all in here. In there. Player 2.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight? Starts off zoning with fireball. Not a lot of damage dealt so far. No telling how this match will
もう
turn
何も
out.
できない。
Uses a drive carry against the attack. Throws them to negate the block. Alright, what's coming up next? Gets the jump in. The jump in is denied. KO.
マジコパ派ね。
Oh man, they were all over.
パリ、スパ、対空パリはない。
Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. So they bring forward to pressure the opponent. Brings forward with the drive rush. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. At least one of them is having a good time in that corner. Player 2 That was some rock solid play we just saw there. If that continues, we might be missing an early end to this fight.
こっちはわかります。難しいですよこれは。
Yoga flow, where's this going?
All in with the rock.
Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Player one with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? It's the drive. Reads the jump in perfectly.
ナイスナイス。
They're in range. We gonna see a jump low heavy.
手のひらの上ってことですわ。
Perfect.
なんだそれ。
手のひらの上ってことですわ。
A real test of nerves here. This is gonna
なあ、もう意味わかんねえ、これ。なんで
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for
あ、じゃあこっち行ってきます。
early round decisions are so important to set the tone.
強みの押し付けていけ。
Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Next up, good anti. Solid combo. This is a tough spot.
頑張って。応援してるからね。
Let's see KO.
おう。
オーケ
What are your thoughts on what happened during that last round?
ー。いやーうまい。熱く攻めるかクールに守るか楽しみです。
All right, let's see what happens in the next round.
あ、もう
They're。jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Drive rush to keep it going. No, misses.
いろいろな技が出せてすごい。
Looking for a chance. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. Jumps up. Not much life difference. Max SA game. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Somehow manages to block the... Ooh, what a smart throw.
手のひらの上ってことですわ。
Pumps the brakes on the impact.
ナイスガード。
The low.
手のひらの上ってことです
あ
わ。いけくだね。まだまだいくよ。すげえ。言うことなしの内容だ。
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
もうまず分かったくらいから攻めよう。
Yoga flow. Player 2 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm.
すごいじゃん。焦らずにいったら大丈夫。
Ooh, you never know what can happen here. The low kick hits.
おー素晴らしい。もう素晴らしい。
More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale. What a finish.
すごすぎる。
Dawson wins.
Oh.
Here comes a new challenger.
We're about to see a mirror match go down, where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top?
楽しみです。
Starts off zoning with fireballs. Pressuring them in the corner.
この攻めを通したい。
Counter.
はい、そういうこともありますわな。
So they get forward to pressure the opponent. Parries to cancel the fire.
そうそうそう。
Parries the projectile. The super armor does its job.
最初からインパクトを許すな。
Life lead opens up. Gets back into the corner with pressure building.
なんとか切り抜けたい。ページに注意。もう少しで勝てそう。
You've gotta be my KO!
めっちゃいいやん。
Player 1 took that convincingly. But what's next?
はい、大先生。勝ちました。
All right, let's see what happens in the next round. Throw zone. What's next?
意識してるヒーローが素晴らしいですよ、本当に。
Springs forward with a drive rush. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be experiencing burnout.
いけるよ。
The super hits, and this looks like it's gonna kill. Oh,
オーケー
that's what happens when you capitalize.
早い。
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
プリルと戦いたかったのにと思ってたらごめんね
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do?
頑張って解説していきたいと思います
Goes for the throw.
うまいですね
Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight.
落ち着いていこうね
ああ、なんで自分で。
Damage.
偉いちょうどみたいにつなげましたね
That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Neither of them willing to back off here. Player one can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their KO. Bags the round. What did you make of it?
素晴らしいですね意識したことができてるんじゃないでしょうか
You're totally right. Let's see if they clue in on that and make adjustments next round. Checks with a medium kick. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Big opportunity now in this corner.
攻めの理想がたっぷりあるはず大きく僕らアウトになりそうです
Will we see a drive impact? Overdrive Hadouken. Player one is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive.
僕気軽に攻め込んでみてもいいかもね
KO!
あら
That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
今なら誰でも倒せそうな気がする
Gets the jump in.
うまいですね
Player one has the life lead. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? They break forward to pressure the opponent. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. This goes for the super arm?
仕込んでいくそうそう
They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. Player one is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out in there?
マジでいい
Round two.
Bags the round. What did you make of it?
言うほどないですねめっちゃ好きですよ
You got that one. Oh, next round started. It's a good spot to use the super.
そうそうそう
Will we see a drive in? Ah, burnout at flawless left. They got him so quick.
オーケー
Time
Oh,
for
it's
the
not-
fighters to lay it all on the line.
プリルが上手だね
Uses the gauge for a super.
ナイス
Player one is in a very good spot now. There's a burnout.
わかんないよまだ
Dash! Ooh, what a smart blow.
もう素晴らしいもう素晴らしい
That corner is starting to look sketchy. A rare chance here. They gotta do something. Closes it out.
マジでいいマジでいい
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch.
ラファ見てきます
Checks him with the projectile. Nice crosser. Corner switch means they can now.
Come on,
follow
then.
the offensive. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important.
そうそうそう
Gets the jump in. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan.
ドライブゲージも注意してね
Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. forward with the drive rush. Checks him with the projectile. One combo can end this round right now. Jumps up. Gotta be careful not to whip and KO! Great round with both fighters really going at it.
力のこもったぶつかり合いという感じですよ
They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter.
評価を大事にしていきましょう
This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have?
迷ったら攻めるのもいいと思うよ
Slips the grab. Checks him with the projectile. They gotta make sure not to splurge with that drive gauge and leave themselves vulnerable. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here.
お互い慎重な立ち回りですかね
Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with the chance to score big here.
おーいい感じゆかり
Keeping them away. Crowns them from above. Shows the medium kick. Close range projectile. Dangerous range here. Turns one up finish.
めっちゃいいや
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
もうマジわかんなくなっちゃって攻めよういけるぞ
Gets them with the anti-air.
ナイスナイス
Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Jumps this
うわ、処理出ないマジ。
damage. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This is gonna hurt.
まだまだいけるよ
They're in the corner. This may change the match.
見るところが多すぎる
Amazing. Connects with the throw.
手のひらの嬉しいことですわ
What are they gonna do? Shakes things up with a fireball. Keeps them out. Oh, in with a rush. Throws them from above. That corner is starting. Ah, genius read with that throw escape. Full drive on deck. Looking for a hold. Answers with a fireball. Breaks it. And it is over.
おー大会さながらの
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
あー楽しみです
The fight's now underway. This is with the play by
大切な穴に来るね息切れにもしちゃうよ
Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape.
この攻めを通したい
Had the radar up and running.
意識してできるのが素晴らしいですよ本当に
That's some big juicy damage on that counter.
もう少しで勝てる
Next hit will end the round. They're being out to get some.
オーケー
What are your thoughts on what happened during that last round?
いやーうまいあっちが攻めればかなり変わるか楽しみです
Yeah, I can't wait to see how these two kick it up a notch. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Can they stop this light lead from getting bigger?
下落ちてみたいですね
Revolt?
いろいろな技が出せてすごい最後まで驚かないで
Dashes forward. Experiencing burnout.
守りは崩れた犠牲には気をつけて
Portable. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Presses for a reaction with a fireball. One chance here may end this match. Plus perfect parry under pressure.
いいよ
Flatline zone.
めっちゃいいやん
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
うわー頑張れ
Counters with the knee jab. Nice read. That throw's gonna take off a chunk again. Revolt. throw.
そうそうそう
Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity.
なんとか切り抜けたい
Player 2 is maintaining the corner. Perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round.
ほら素晴らしい
That round was a pretty one-sided affair, to put it lightly.
確かにこのままでこのニュースランドも負けません
Three ball?
ナイスナイス
Jumps in.
こんな技が出せてすごい
They back the opponent into the corner. Now to apply the pressure.
攻めの技術はたっぷりあるはず
もう勝利なんでないのこれマジで。こんな長かったのに。
They're in the corner and the beatdown continues.
ライブゲージも注意
KO.
オーケ
Absolutely smothered him. You seeing what I'm seeing?
ーもっちゃわかります難しいですよこれは
Connect with medium kick.
手のひらの上ってことですわ
All the throw connects.
素晴らしいもう素晴らしい
No win. Oh, yo. Raw super hit.
うまい
This is a complete shutdown. They can't escape.
蓋を切り切ったいですね
Oh, coming for you. Throws him.
手のひらの上ってことですわ
Good decision with that throw.
相手もプルプルしてるね
Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. I called it. I called it.
いいよ
Noticeable life lead. Closes in.
もう
マジでいい
あそこ勝利ポイントだったのに。捕まえてないんだけど、今日。多分。ガッチャルとこ。
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
この瞬間を待ってたな
Goes for the fireball.
うまいですね
Pressuring them in the corner.
この攻めを通したい
Player 1 with the life lead.
こっからこっから
What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Low heavy hits. Mix up income.
意識してできるのが素晴らしいですよ本当に
In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. KO.
ほら素晴らしい
Player 2 took that convincingly. But what's next?
はい大先生勝ちますよ
You're totally right. Let's see if they clue in on that and make adjustments next round. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here?
なんとか切り抜けたいゲージに注意
Had the radar up and running.
ゲーム見てますっと
Barely blocks the jump in. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Connects with medium kick. Battles them with a spinning bird kick. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Will we see a drive impact? Drops them hard.
ナイスナイス
A real test of nerves here. Goes crashes out the cage right there.
もう素晴らしいもう素晴らしい
This is going to hit for a critical art. You gotta imagine that this is not only gonna wreck their life bar, but also their nerves. Burns out.
めっちゃ緊張してる
What a finish.
すごすぎる
Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
うわー頑張れ
Throws a fireball. Battles them with a spinning bird kick. Backs up into the corner.
長いし
All the throw connects.
手のひらの上ってことですわ
This is a complete shutdown. They can't escape. Shows off a parry. Sticks out a kick. What are they gonna do? Drilled with an overdrive Shoryuken. Close range projectile. Forward rush. Turns out. Flatline though.
すごすぎる
Chun-Li.
Well, hard fought on both sides. What did you think?
これらが褒めるよ偉かったね
Medium kick. Battles them with a spinning bird kick. Player 1 chases them down.
なんとか切り抜けたいページに注意
Starts off zoning with fireball.
攻めにもいっちゃうよ
Solid combo. Grabs them.
連携の隙に差し込んでいく
Throws a fireball here. Maybe as a simple zoning strike. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner.
ゲーム見てますっと
Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Burnout and KO.
ナイス
Player 2 took that convincingly. But what's next?
素晴らしいですね次のじゃないでしょうか
All right, let's see what happens in the next round. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on.
強いのを押し付けていけ
That's the counter.
耐えてる
The throw missed. Both fighters have a full speed meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Will we see? Burnout activates.
守りは崩れた
Closes it out.
すげえ言うことなしの内容だ
Last round saw one player really taking advantage of every opportunity. But how will that affect the next round?
これはどう対応したらいいんでしょうかね
Breaks it off. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Throws him.
もう素晴らしいもう素晴らしい
Knocked him out of the air.
もう素晴らしいもう素晴らしい
What are they gonna do? Things are very tense as this exchange continues. Close range projectile. All in with the rush. Player 2 with the windows open that face.
諦める
Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Sticks out a kick. Dangerous range here. Drive rush. Sees the overhead coming.
ナイスガード
うわ
There's the burnout.
緊張してるのかも
Here comes the corner press.
見たところが大きすぎる
Super out of nowhere. This range of this competitor is unreal. Player 1.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
プリルと戦いたかったのにと思ってたらごめんね
Here we go. What are these fighters going to
緊張感が伝わってきます解説頑張ります
do? Checks with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round.
落ちてきそうね
Handily escapes the throw. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? The kick connects.
うまいですね
A big drive gauge disparity has opened up, and it wouldn't surprise me if they try to open that gap further. Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. Goes for a now to try and change the pace.
もう少しで勝てそう
In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Oh, easy 10. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strike. A live impact and it all he dared gets him. Yo, that fight was dripping with tension.
はいほらほらしました
advantage of everything that's happened up until now.
とにかく手を出すか一旦お茶を濁すか性格が理想ですね
This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have?
迷ったら攻めるのがいいと思うよ
Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner game.
お互い必要な立ち回りですかね
Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage.
一旦落ちてきちゃうんですね
In there.
Fight round. Fight.
Rips the slasher out. Both of them were ready for a throw. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. The match just started. It's anyone's game.
一応大丈夫回復するのはありだよ
Shut that down with a pair. All in with a rush. They're in the corner. This could change the match.
ところが多すぎるまだまだ来てるよ
Next, the counter.
はい一撃だ
Oh, Links it. Knew the throw was coming. Getting it all on a drive rush. Oh, that throw did some juicy damage. Close range projectile. All in. What a
そういう怒らせ終盤。
マジで
ちょっと待って。
Man, I could watch these two fight each other forever.
本当にすごいですいい試合をありがとうございますできるのが素晴らしいですよ本当に
Strings it all together. Very smart. This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Let's see how they apply their corner. Experiencing burnout. Gets bags the round. What do you make of it?
そんなことなしですねめっちゃ上手ですよ
You got that right. Oh, next round starting. Rule game controls the match in the early going.
強みの押し切り
This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Shoots off the box, springs forward with the drive rush. Flare slasher. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the cage. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Stuck in the corner, but not going down without a fight.
落ちてきたいですね
Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Closes it out.
めっちゃいいやん
Fight round.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
もう何も分かんなくなったら攻めよういけるぞ
This is the ground. Going in. They back the opponent into the corner. Now to apply the pressure.
攻めのリソースはたっぷりあるはず
Ooh, what a smart throw.
もう素晴らしいもう素晴らしい
This is gonna hurt. Plenty of help. Full gauges. Let's connect with the throw.
手のひらの上ってことですわ元気だねまだまだいっちゃおう
Ooh, what a smart throw.
もう素晴らしい
Flatline good.
めっちゃいいやん
Oh, hard fought on both.
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
対戦前からお互いの気持ちでピリピリしちゃってますね
Handily escapes the throw. Gets a chance with that jump in. Starts with a jump in. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Denies that throw attempt. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. From up above,
そうそう
very solid corner stage. Life lead opens up. Drive up on super up. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to burnout up in there.
マジでいいマジでいい
Round two.
Great round with both fighters really going at it.
力のこもったぶつかり合いの感じでした
They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Bends the meter, hoping for a good return.
手のひらの上ってことですわ
Player 2 will look to apply pressure here.
お互い慎重な立ち回りでしたね
Dashes forward.
いい感じだ
Gets the throw out of the hooligan. Smart solid anti-air.
ナイスナイス
Scrapping it out up close. Shakes things up with a fireball. So, what's next? Throws them.
手のひらの上ってことですわ
Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? That corner is starting to look scary. Reads the throw and escape.
最後まで気を抜かないで
What a finish!
すごすぎる
Real win.
Okay, that was a solid win. Give me your takeaway on what we just saw.
いやー素晴らしい試合でしたねじゃあウィナー一瞬待ってくださいちょっとご機嫌にもいけちゃうよ
Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Both sides have full drive and plenty of power. Let's see how things open up. Backs them into the corner.
この攻めを利用したいそうそう
Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Whiffs the throw. Checks him with the projectile. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Getting into the end game now. It's getting tense.
もっと気軽に攻め込んでみてもいいかもね
Jumps up KO.
ナイス
What are your thoughts on what happened during that last round?
いやーうまい熱くていくかクールに守るか楽しみです
Yeah, I can't wait to see how these two kick it up again.
One more.
Games are so important to set the tone.
迷ったら攻めるのもいいと思うよ
Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on.
ドライブゲージにも注意してね
What's the next move? Medium kick hits. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Full FA meters on deck for both sides. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return.
手のひらの上ってことですわ
They're backed up into the corner.
攻めの強さはたっぷりあるはず
Turns out.
サボっちゃダメだ上には気をつけて
Sits him down with the super. Now that's how you win the round. Man, I just want... Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
行ってみましょ
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen?
うよろしくお願いします
That was a solid anti-air.
うまいですね
No good up high. Back with the well-placed drive reverse. Not a lot of damage dealt so far. No telling how this match will turn out.
こらこら
So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Reads their mind and takes the throw. KO. Not sure how you could break the rhythm that was established last round. You might need to pin your hopes on a miracle.
確かにだけどすごいつながりました
Nova teleport. Where is he going? Escapes with the reversal. Stop springs forward with the drive rush. Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Drive rush to keep it going. Grabs and throws them away.
そうそうそう
KO!
ほら
That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
行ってみましょ
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round.
う何が起こるか楽しみです
Checks with the projectile. Player 2 has the life lead.
こっからこっから
They're not gonna allow any jump-ins.
浮き攻めにもいけちゃうよ
Lays on the pressure with the projectile.
そうそうそう
That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up.
おー偉い
Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity.
なんとか切り抜けたい
KO
ほら素晴らしい
bags the round. What did you make of it?
素晴らしいですね意識したことができるんじゃないでしょうか
You got that one. Oh, next round starting. Anti-air drops.
そうそうそう
Drive rush to keep it going. Smart play with the throw.
ナイスナイス
Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Denies the jump in.
いい感じだ
Genius read. They're laying it. Springs forward with the drive rush. Jumps up. Unable
じゃあ飛んでくるか
Are we gonna see a comeback? Experiencing burnout.
してるのかもいけるよ
What are they gonna do? Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fire. They're going for the super art? They knew the counterattack was coming. What a finish!
すげえ言うことなしの内容だ
Round one.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here?
面構えがちげえや
Hits with the overhead. Bends the gauge on the drive rush. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on.
ドライブゲージにも注意してね
Throws them to negate the block.
ゲーム見てますっと
Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner.
この攻めをこうしたい
The damage
Wow.
is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan.
一発入れば逆転もありえそうです
Gets him.
ナイス
Player 2 took that convincingly. But what's next?
はいだ先生始まったよ
Yeah, I can't wait to see how these two kick it up a notch. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Drive rush to keep it going. Goes for the fireball. Springs forward with the drive rush. Big opportunity now in the corner. Ah, burnout activated.
するのかもいけるよ
Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.
今なら何でも倒せそうな気がする
Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. Anticipate the overhead. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round.
落ち着いてこうね
Next up, not a lot of damage dealt so far. No telling how this match will turn out.
ほらほら
Backs them into the corner. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance.
そうそう
Goes for the fireball. Got their eye on the air.
意識してできるのが素晴らしいですよ本当に
Here's the throw. They hit each other. Goes for the drive rush there.
どこだったな今の
They timed that just right to get the perfect pair. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Experiencing burnout.
守りやすい
KO.
な。
Yo, that was so close. But what a matchup to see, right?
力の差がぶつかり合いという感じでした。
Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital.
程よく緊張感を大事にしていきましょう。
Looking to impress with this Cooper.
もう素晴らしい。もう素晴らしい。
They've got the meter for a drive impact.
そうそうそう。気を使ってきた。
やばい。
They're going for the super art.
いけると思ってた。
Departure. Can they keep
多分
on? KO.
めっちゃいいやん。
I bet everyone watching that last round could feel the pressure coming through their screens.
こっちはわかります。難しい。そうだわ。
Quick medium poke knockdown. Here comes the next one.
手のひらの上ってことですわ。展開が早い。相手もついてくれてないぞ。
Do we see a drive impact here? Player 2 is in a very good spot.
見たところが多すぎる。
Connects with the throw.
もう素晴らしい。もう素晴らしい。
It's a fake. Dangerous range here. Jump. Good decision with that throw. Are you kidding me?
大会さんの裏の話でした。
この辺にしとくか。
Oh my.
じゃあ、ペルソナやろう。